guys, and welcome back to another weekly dose of survival horror news and community spotlight and all that good stuff right here on Let's Survive Paddy Plays. So, this week we have some really cool stuff coming up. Not a huge amount of horror news, but some cool little bits. And then this community spotlight section is bursting with stuff that I'm really looking forward to telling you all about. So, first bit of news that we have for this week's episode is actually about the channel itself. I've been working on getting a proper schedule in place for a while now, and I think I've finally nailed down the schedule that I'm going to be going with. I put this up on our Facebook group, so as I've said to you a number of times, be sure to get involved with the socials because that is where decisions like this get made. So from now on a Monday, we will get Let's Survive Series A. So that will be a Let's Survive episode for whatever game I'm playing at that particular time. At the moment, for example, on Mondays, I will be playing Fear the Dark Unknown Chloe. Tuesdays will be review because I kind of christen Tuesday Reviews Day over on Facebook. I know it's dumb and lame, but what are you going to do? It was funny, kind of. Yeah, so, and that's only if there is a review available. Now this, I'm doing a lot of this out of my own pocket, so I generally try to get as many new releases and stuff as I can, but obviously it depends. But yeah, so Tuesday, if there's a review, that's where you will find it. Wednesdays, we will have Let's Survive interviews. The first episode of Let's Survive interviews just went live this past Wednesday, and it was Steve J. Palmer from Red Dead Redemption talking with me about playing Bill Williamson in that game series, and it was freaking awesome. Some technical glitches, but it will get better with each one. And actually, as this is a news show, I'm going to announce next week's guest right now here on the news. Next Wednesday, the 3rd of June, I'll be uploading my chat with Graham Resnick and Larry Fessenden, the writers of Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, Man of Medan, The Inpatient, and then outside of that, Graham Resnick is the writer-director of the Shudder series Dead Wax, which is absolutely phenomenal, and Larry Fessenden is the all-father of indie horror, from Habit to Wendigo. Like and most recently Depraved, which I absolutely loved. He embodies everything that's beautiful about the indie side of the horror genre, and on top of that, he's really brought some incredible horror talents up through the ranks. Jim Mickles, who did Stakeland, Christian Stella and Jeremy Gardner, who did The Battery. I saw a film at Fright Fest last year called Sadistic Intentions by Eric Pennycoff, Jen Wexler with The Ranger, Mickey Keating. All these guys started out working at Glass Eye Picks with Larry. So that's going to be an amazing episode, and I strongly recommend you check it out. And that will be dropping Wednesday the 3rd of June, right here on Let's Survive Paddy Plays. Thursdays are going to be my day off. They're going to be the day that I probably record a bunch of content. I probably stay, out here in the shade and just record all day. But I'm not saying that I will never release anything on a Thursday. If, for example, a review slips me by on a Tuesday, I'll get it out on the Thursday. And beyond that, if there's stuff like trailer reactions and things like that, I might slip one of them out on a Thursday just to keep you all on your toes. Friday, you're going to get your news, same as you've been getting. I try to release it about 8 p.m. GMT for y'all. So that is going to be staying the same. Saturdays, we'll see us do Let's Survive Series 2, or Series B. You can't do an A and a B, or an A and a 2. It's got to be a 1 and a 2 or an A and B. So yeah, Let's Survive Series B, which will be whatever other game I'm playing at that time. Like at the moment, as I say, Let's Survive Series A is Fear the Dark Unknown, and Let's Survive Series B is something like the Dread X Collection. So yeah, you'll get an episode on a Monday and an episode on a Saturday of 2 different games. So I think that'll keep you pretty well occupied. On Sundays, I'll be putting out the episodes of Let's Survive Together, which is one of my favourite parts of the channel. It's where I go on and I play games with my mates. I've been recently uploading episodes of Let's Survive Together World War Z with my friends Barry Fahey, Stephen Tuberty and Brian O'Regan. I've also got a series of Man of Medan with my friend Andrew Brooker, and that's actually going to be going live this Sunday, the first episode of that, and we will return to World War Z the following week. We'll probably alternate on weeks going forward, and I've had a lot of requests from awesome mates of mine to get involved and be on Let's Survive Together, so it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, so stick around. Those are great crack. So that is going to be my schedule for the week moving forward. I hope that it suits you guys. Get involved in the comments and let me know what you think. Also, as I say, hop over to the socials and get involved there, because I love to get your feedback and hear what you want. Or what you think I should be doing. And while it is a lot of content to be putting out, I'm having so much fun making stuff for this channel that it doesn't feel like work to me, if I'm being totally honest. I've just been enjoying it so damn much. So, on to other news outside of this channel, although this does kind of relate to this channel. Basically, guys, there's this amazing author named Philip J. Reed who's done a book about the making of the original Resident Evil. Now, if you're as big a fan of the original Resident Evil as I am, that will be pretty damn exciting. I pre-ordered this on Kickstarter right away, so I wanted to just draw your attention to that. I've done an interview with Philip, which is available right here on the channel, and you can hear him talk about writing the book and his love and his passion for the Resident Evil series. Also, right after you check out this news episode, hop on over to Chill with Jill on Twitch. The actress Nicole Tompkins, who plays Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3, has been playing the game on Twitch. She's had some amazing guests. She had Neil, who played Nikolai. She had Jeff Shine, who played Carlos on. And this week, the episode she is playing right now is her and Sasha, who is the face model for Jill in Resident Evil 3 Remake. I have been enjoying the absolute hell out of this. Nicole is my favourite Jill to date. Her voice is so well suited to the character. I said it in my review, the sassiness and just the whole performance I absolutely loved. And she's really funny. She's really witty, funny, and well worth watching. So yeah, right after you're done watching this episode of the news, hop on over to Twitch and check that out because it's freaking cool. It kicks off at 12 p.m. PDT, Pacific time. So yeah, Pacific Daylight Time to be specific. So yeah, that is well worth watching. I strongly, highly recommend. One of the main elements of horror news this past week definitely came in the form of Dead by Daylight's upcoming season reveal and public test build. Behaviour Interactive, the developers behind the massively successful online asynchronous multiplayer game, held an event where they showcased that, and I love saying this, Cheryl Mason from Silent Hill 3 and Pyramid Head, known in this game as the Executioner, will be making their way to Dead by Daylight in the next updates. So as part of the public test build, people can play as Heather/Cheryl and they can play as Pyramid Head. And so far the reception's been really, really good. People are loving this update, and understandably so. Silent Hill is a massively beloved franchise that has not gotten a lot of love lately, so any kind of return to this series is amazing. It's also been confirmed that lore-wise, the events of Dead by Daylight take place after the events of Silent Hill 3, so there's some really cool lore stuff going on with all this as well. Adding on to that, it's apparently been leaked that one of the additional skins for the next season will be a Robbie the Rabbit, who fans of Silent Hill 3 will recognise immediately. A Robbie the Rabbit skin for the Legion Killer. Now this is yet again very cool. I cannot confirm nor deny it's the truth behind it, but it seems pretty legit. We're going to wait on to see what Behaviour Interactive have to say about it, but yeah, it's just seeing all this Silent Hill content coming to any game is super exciting, and it's actually got me back playing the game. I am rubbish at it, which is why I haven't uploaded any of my videos yet, but yeah, I am really excited for where this takes Dead by Daylight and Silent Hill. In other horror news, Death of Rose, a game that is heavily inspired by Silent Hill, was cancelled back in February when the developer said that they couldn't continue with the game. Now in awesome news, Death of Rose is back on the cards again, and it is looking better than ever. It is kind of heavily influenced by Silent Hill, but also Stranger Things, and it looks really, really cool. I will drop links in the description to the Twitter page for the developer. Hop over and follow them and stay up to date with what's going on with this game because it looks super cool. So guys, that's it for this week's news. Now we're going to move on to the community spotlight section, and there's a good bit of stuff to get through here. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Josh Burns, who is a good friend of mine from Canada. He's a body modification expert. He is basically a half man, half dragon.
This is Burns the Dragon coming at you with another episode of Extreme Body Modification.
Once again, there will be a link in the description. Hop over and check out his channel where he talks about body modification. He talks about kind of performing as part of Caravan of Creeps. And he has an awesome YouTube channel. That's why I'm sending you to the link below for you to check out with a bunch of cool videos if you're interested in body modification and all that kind of jazz. Josh is awesome, and he's also been helping me out with my YouTube channel and giving me feedback and advice, and I just absolutely love him and I miss him. I was hoping to see him in March if I got over to Canada for the Canadian premiere of The Perished, and I didn't get to, so I'll have to wait and give Josh all the hugs next year. But definitely check his channel out for some body modification goodness. So for this week's art section, we actually have two artists that I'm going to spotlight. One is the amazing Haraya. So I will show you here some amazing art that I came across on Reddit by Haraya. I reached out and asked if I could show the art here on the channel as part of the community spotlight, and Haraya was absolutely delighted. So you're going to see it right now, and I'll talk you through what you're seeing. So as you can see right here, this is a spoof of My Neighbor Totoro, one of my favorite movies, but it's Nemesis instead of Totoro, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's so cute and so chill and so funny. In the next of these My Neighbor Totoro pieces, you'll see that it is Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2, and he is standing with Mr. X at the bus stop waiting for the cat bus to arrive to get them out of Raccoon City. And again, I think it's super cute. I think it's funky. I love that she's done multiple characters. Speaking of which, we're moving down now to the next, which is it's Claire Redfield and William Birkin standing at the bus stop. And I mean, I just absolutely, and she's got Sherry on her back. It's just so cute. But I also just love how cute William Birkin looks. I never thought I'd say that. But yeah, it's glorious. G. Birkin, I guess, not William Birkin. It's not literally, a dude. It's actually a monster. So that one is amazing and funny. But it gets better. Because if you know of the infamous meme that is spreading around the internet, which is the Redfield lineage must continue, then this next one is Leon standing at the bus stop from My Neighbor Totoro with Chris Redfield. And it's... I nearly died laughing when I saw this. Just, if you don't know the meme, I will drop a link below to a video that talks about it, and you'll probably laugh a lot too. But yeah, Haraya is amazing. I've been checking out some of Haraya's other art. It's amazing. I've dropped links in the description to their Twitter, their Patreon, and their DeviantArt page. And yeah, the stuff is incredible. There's a really cool Cowboy Bebop Jill and Carlos image as well, amongst so many more. Definitely check Haraya out, and if you like what you see, please go to their Patreon and support them, because we should support awesome artists. And yeah, for our next art piece, I have a very dear friend of mine from Scotland named Dave Malcolm, who goes by Random Elements, and he did the music for my short film Retribution, which I'm super grateful for eternally. The music is so good. I'm so happy with what Dave did with the music in that movie. But Dave is also a filmmaker, and he's also an incredible graphic designer. And what he did was he took a bunch of iconic movie posters, which you should be seeing on the screen right now. We've got It Follows, but It Spreads, which I think is genius. The most significant health crisis in a generation. We've got It Comes at Night, which again, exercise once a day. We've got Midsummer, but instead of Midsummer, it says no large gatherings. This summer all festivals are cancelled, and it's magical. COVID-19 done to the climax poster, a global pandemic. Shops instead of cooties, with some items may be limited. I think that's magnificent. Teleconference, working from home is the nightmare you didn't expect. Oh, that's such a good use of the unfriended poster. Oh, I love it. Just 5 minutes. This is one of my favorites. Being at home could be murder. This is Ready or Not. I think that's genius. Quarantine, the night we all stay home. And then the last one is just absolutely wonderful. 30 days of this shite. Keep counting. Yeah. Dave is a really funny dude. He's a really good graphic designer and filmmaker. He's just one of those ultra talented people. So I've loved seeing these posters. Check out Random Elements on Facebook, on Instagram. I think he might be on Twitter. Maybe not on Twitter. I don't know. I'll drop links in the description anyway, so don't you worry about that. You will be able to go over and check out Dave's stuff. But he is one awesome guy, and his film Mannequins is absolutely fantastic and well worth checking out. And that's it, guys. That is basically it for the news for this week and the Community Spotlight. I have been loving doing these news shows. I understand that some weeks, as I say, it can be light on news. This week was, last week was not. Last week was very heavy on news. But yeah, even when it is, we've got the Community Spotlight to look forward to too. So I love doing this. It's something that I say all the time, and I know you're probably sick of hearing me say it, but if you are liking what you see here in the channel and you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It helps me out massively. I really appreciate it, and I just really want y'all to stick around for the cool stuff we've got incoming, because there is much of it. As I say, next week's interview, for example, is going to be amazing. It's two guys behind one of the most iconic horror games of the last decade, plus decades of horror movie experience, and I am so grateful that people like Steve J. Palmer, Graham Resnick and Larry Fessenden have come on and talked to me on the show, and of course Philip J. Reed, and definitely check out my author spotlight interview with him and support his book. Guys, thank you so much for checking this out. I really appreciate it. Stay surviving out there, all ye, because like, it's challenging to get through this stuff. But I think, you know, as long as we just keep following the guidelines and keep doing what's asked of us, we will get through this and we will survive together. Peace out.